second? Second by Brian. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, under old business, we had a couple ordinances that we were considering a few weeks ago, and we have those up for approval this evening. The first one I had identified as the food truck ordinance. Remember, we made some changes on that, and that would be actually ordinance 2025-10. So, Helen, you want to do that?
Somebody had a copy of the front page.
Yes, I should give you that. Here, you can have this one. That's what I had as my copy.
And maybe the other one too.
And that'll be the next one, is this next
Over.
one. Okay.
It says they want to see.
Yeah, okay. That is on the next one, which is 10, it says. Remember, we had some discussion about, on this before, some of the changes to the existing one. Remember, the real addition there was the addition of item G, which allowed to have an event on Main Street, but we also made some other changes relative to the distance of the, between there. You had copies of those last time. So this is, ordinance 20, what is it?
We were discussing the water leak ordinance amendment.
Yeah, we're not on that yet. This is on number 10, which is the food truck. Correct. That's right, right. The next one is number 11. So,
What number is it?
this, which one? The first one is 2025-10, and this is the one that pertains to the food truck amendment.
Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance entitled 2025-10 be numbered and placed on first reading, and that the same be read by title at this time.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John. Show of hands, all that approve.
Petersburg ordinance 2025-10, and ordinance concerning food trucks and carts, and hereby amending and replacing City Code Section 3.54 and ordinance 2013-03.
Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance 2025-10 be read a second time by title, and that the opportunity be given for the offering of amendments.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John. Show of hands, all that approve.
Petersburg ordinance 2025-10, and ordinance concerning food trucks and carts, and hereby amending and replacing City Code Section 3.54 and ordinance 2013-03.
First call for amendments. Second call for amendments. Third call for amendments.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the rules be suspended and that the consent be given for the adoption of ordinance 2025-10 at this meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John. Show of hands, all that approve, and it is unanimous.
Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance 2025-10 be read a third time by title and placed on final passage.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Show of hands, all that approve.
City of Petersburg ordinance 2025-10, and ordinance concerning food trucks and carts, and hereby amending and replacing City Code Section 3.54 and ordinance 2013-03.
The ordinance is under consideration for final passage or rejection. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Hoover. Yes. Cook.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Millheiser.
Yes.
And Woods.
Yes.
I declare that this ordinance has duly passed and is adopted. So, once you will send this around, I'll invite you here. Here's 3 copies. You know what? I have a signature page, so I guess that's right. Did you print those by chance? I had these from the previous one, but I don't have the signature
Sit
page.
on there. On there.
On this one? There's one right there.
Okay.
Want to make some copies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Okay. Okay. We'll talk about the next one. The next one is the water leak ordinance. Remember, this is one where we were addressing the new lawn watering. That's what this one's about. We discussed about the last couple of meetings. So this is prepared, which will allow people building new construction to not pay a sewer bill on the watering of the lawns under new construction. Remember that, that's what this one is. This is ordinance 2025-11. So, we're going to do that, Colin, we'll go ahead and do this one while she's getting that signature.
Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance entitled 2025-11 be numbered and placed on first reading, and that the same be read by title at this time.
Do I have a second? Second by Brian, show of hands and all approve.
City of Petersburg, ordinance 2025-11, ordinance amending 11.43.050, special circumstances in the leak adjustment policy for treated water that does not enter the sanitary sewer of the city of Petersburg.
Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance 2025-11 be read a second time by title, and that the opportunity be given for offering of amendments.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Second by Jody, show of hands, all that approve.
City of Petersburg, ordinance 2025-11, ordinance amending 11.43.050, special circumstances in the leak adjustment policy for treated water that does not enter the sanitary sewer of the city of Petersburg.
First call for amendments, second call for amendments, third time for amendments.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the rules be suspended and that the consent be given for adoption for ordinance 2025-11 at this meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Scott, show of hands and all that approve. It is unanimous.
Petersburg, ordinance 2025-11, ordinance amending 11.43.050, special circumstances in the leak adjustment policy for treated water that does not enter the sanitary sewer of the city.
Mr. Mayor, I move that ordinance 2025-11 be read a third time by title and placed on final passage.
Do I have a second? Second, show of hands, all that approve.
Yeah, ordinance 2025-11, ordinance amending 11.43.050, special circumstances in the leak adjustment policy for treated water that does not enter the sanitary sewer of the city of Petersburg.
This ordinance is under consideration for final passage or rejection. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Willis. Yes. Mithizer.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And Hoover. Yes.
I declare this ordinance is duly passed and is adopted. Okay. This is the,
Oh, here,
one of them? Okay. What else we got? These are the ones you voted on.
Okay.
This is number 11. You got, okay, there you go, that's it. 1, 2, and this one. Okay, that's not, this is number 11. 3. Okay. That's the ordinance, signature page attached to this
Yeah.
one. Okay, I don't have anything this evening with new business. As far as updates, let's see, I had a couple, just as a matter of information. Our group health insurance renews the first of the year, so I've been taking some, in fact, Tony Cochran, who represents SIHO, who we currently have, has brought our renewal in, and I will report that, they are holding the price the same. It did not have a price increase, which is a little bit unusual. But now, that if you remember, the ownership of the company has changed. I think probably rather than run their existing customers off, they held the price the same. So the good news is the price remained the same. Now, I also got a quote from AIM. I went to the AIM site. Unfortunately, and the guy, and I talked to him about it, came in considerably higher. So, and that was the case last year. That may turn around as they get more and more cities to join that trust or that pool. I think they'll find their experience rating will be better and the premiums will go down. As an example, this year, they had a premium vacation, so in the 12th month, they did not have a premium due. So, because they had good experience throughout the whole state. Now, we're not participating in that yet, but I think at some point in the future, we probably will. because I think it's a great idea. But in this particular case, just like last year, they came in a little bit higher, considerably higher. So, but, we're still shopping with one other agency. I've got getting some numbers for us. But Tony, it's interesting, and I want him to come to the next meeting to explain this. He can explain this a little better than I can. But I understand the concept. But, he is going to be proposing, if we stay with the company where we are, we know we have the same premiums we've had last year. We put a premium freeze on it, so we're fine, we've got that. But he's got a couple other ideas on ways that we could possibly save some money. And I'm gonna have him come to the next meeting and explain that. Explain it with me. It's a little bit different than what we're used to, but at any rate, it'll be interesting. It's kind of creative, but, we'll see. But I just want to bring you up to date now. We're working on that. It'll be news by the, end of this year. And if nothing else, we know that we are not gonna experience a rate increase because of that. But there is a possibility that we could actually have some rate savings. So I'll let him explain that to you. He's the insurance rep, I'm not. So we'll look for that at the next meeting. What else did I have? Very urgent. Yes, I have received it. Okay, anybody else have anything? Any board member concerns this evening?